Good morning. This is Bobby Dupre with the Bobby Dupre Show, presented to you each Thursday morning at 7 a.m. And, of course, it replays in its entirety on the television portion at 3 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. And those of you watching it, say on your computer or your cell phone of whatever type, or iPad, or all those different names that you young guys are accustomed to, you can reach the Bobby Dupre Show, and we look forward to getting on and get a good program. And people ask me when they are introduced to me, or I introduce myself, basically. I break that ice, as I call it. Those of you that just met me, I usually say I'm breaking the ice. And I find that they ask, what's the show about? Well, it's nothing, but we try to make it all good news. Basically, it's places and people that I've met recently, and different articles that I pick up of interest, because it's about someone that, or some place that I've either visited or get to know them. And we visit with a few families that have just lost their loved ones, and we discuss the obituaries. Every week there's usually 2 or 3 of our friends in the area. Sometimes they're in Baton Rouge, New Orleans, wherever they might be. Last week it was Bossier City. Jimmy Patterson had died. The Greek had died. Let's correct that. He still would want to be called the Greek. And anyhow, that's basically, so we need to get on, and I want to introduce you to my sidekick, Andrew Guitros. And he handles the computer end of it, and anytime I go to struggling, you're going to see that he kind of kicks in and helps me, because we've been together, you've been with the company, or we have been with the same companies 20 years now?
Over 25 years.
Over 25 years. You're getting old.
One of us is getting old for sure. I don't know which one, but one of us.
Well, I never like to say I'm getting old, but
a quarter of a century.
I'm maturing in good health.
That's right.
God has been real good to me, and I thank you, God, for that and all the benefits that you've provided me with, and continue providing. And I guess last night at the Mass that we had over at the Retreat House, the men's Mass that we hold monthly, that was one of the things that Father Monsignor Melançon, in his homily, was the fact that we're to give back. Mm-hmm. It's not just taking in, and it's to give back. And every now and then I mention that, and hopefully I'm on the way to doing more and more of it, because I realize that I've been blessed, and I can't bring it with me. And the girls hopefully will be okay, Megan and Kelly. But I've been trying to share. Mm-hmm. And when I'm not sharing properly on the side, not on TV,
tell me something.
Tell me something. I won't mind it. I won't mind it.
All right.
And try to vary. In other words, right here, I'm advertising the Orange Club at Opelousas High. That's the school that I graduated from. And in 1968, I began a scholarship program. And today, I give 15 of these scholarships each year to a person that wants to go to college, and it might, the funding might help them. And we do, 15 of those a year.
In 1968, the same year you first started going to the retreat in Krakatoa, right? Right?
Yep, 45 years.
Funny how I remember that.
Your mind is a little computer, and I brag on you. I tell them how smart you are, but don't act smart. Just be smart.
Just to put it in perspective, I was 2 years old that year, so that'll show you how long we're going back.
Lordy. And last night, getting back to the retreat real quick, we had our chef there, the head cook, head chef at the retreat house, because it's known for the delicious meals, 3 meals that you receive a day during that weekend. And Miss Marie Williams, 45 years. Same. We started the same year.
Yep, she's been there 45.
45 years.
Still there helping us out. And I think everybody ate a good meal last night. They had a good time.
Yep. And we need to get into a
How about
couple
some
of sponsors.
I can handle that. How about Piggly Wiggly? We can start out with the 2 locations in Opelousas, one in beautiful downtown Simmsport, Louisiana. They've got right now the drumsticks or thigh packs for 99 cents a pound. They've got the quarter loin pork chops for $1.69 a pound, which is a great price. It's 99 cents for the baking hens. Extra large green bell peppers, 2 for 88 cents for you to chop up to put in your meal.
What
or if you
about
want to
stuff them? Stuff them, that's popular.
And let me tell you, they've got all those ground things you want to stuff with. If you want to put some beef, you want to put some pork. I like to put pork in mine, man. I like it nice and juicy, a little fatty. Man, it's good eating. Go by the local Piggly Wiggly. They'll help you out.
People drive out of their way to eat the stuffed bell peppers at Swallow's Dinner Club. Beth and Scotty over there have kept that tradition going of Mr. Swallow and Mr. Vayon, the 2 founders of Swallow's Dinner Club. And some of those original dinners are still being served today.
And how about one more sponsor? Let's go with, how about Targill Seasoning and Supply? If you go down to Targill, you can get all that good stuff: seasoning, butcher supplies, cutlery, kitchen supplies, and cake stuff. All the stuff you need to decorate your cakes with, all the fillings you need. They've got pie fillings as well. They teach classes and all that type of thing. If you go to Facebook, look for Targill. They've got a special Facebook account where you can go and make that your friend, or like that page, as they say, and you can find out information about all the things that they've got going on with cakes and pies right now. And their sister company, of course, we saw they've been advertising about the fried chicken at Mama's Fried Chicken, one of the sister companies here, with locations on Jake Drive and another location here on Landry Street, and with the gizzard dinners, they're running specials, 8-piece dark, only $5.99 a batch.
And what about that gumbo? Delicious.
My little boy loves their gumbo. We get the fried okra sometimes, the fried pickles. On Fridays, you know, I'm an old-time Catholic. I got to eat my seafood on Friday, so I'll get the shrimp or the fish from there. So, I mean, a full-service meal, whatever you're looking for, they got it.
A couple of things that I want to make sure I get to today, and that I called Ray Bello. We tape on Wednesdays. We try to, you know, make mention of that. Wednesday morning, we're taping, and spoke to Ray Bello. And, of course, Pat and Ray's young son, Chad, recently had major surgery, a 10-hour surgery over at MD Anderson in Houston, Texas. Was operated on a Tuesday, and the following Monday, he was back in Opelousas. Can you imagine how much medicine and medical care has improved over the years? And I said, well, how's he doing? He said, well, he was at the Elks Lodge last night visiting with all his friends.
Wow.
So, I mean, he's up and around. He said he's back to being the same Chad. I said, yeah, he's picking at you, because he calls him Ray. He doesn't call him Daddy. Good morning to you, Chad. Chad's watching the program this morning. I can guarantee you. I brought him a television, gave him his own personal television. So you can let Mom and Dad and the family look at it with you.
He always says, Gitro, where's Bobby?
and then around Christmas time, he says, Santa Claus, Santa Claus. And anyhow, everybody in town loves you, Chad. Keep up and continue doing well. And also, when I was driving up here, our neighbor in the back, Wayne Doucette, who owns Toby's Lounge and Reception Center now, I complimented him on the attendance at the lounge at night. He opens at 4 in the afternoon. Is really picking up nicely, and that's good. I'm happy for him. They made a lot of nice changes. The reception hall is a separate entity, and he says he's doing very well. He wants to ask me if I'd thank all of you for considering them the next wedding, next class reunion, just next time you need a nice, clean event center with a nice full-size kitchen also.
Correct. And if you want to hear good music and sit down and have a couple of adult libations, he's got a nice place for that as well.
Friday nights, karaoke.
There you go, karaoke.
And with a DJ.
How about this? You know, it's that time of the year. We're starting our new year for Breakfast with Santa. You know, it's nice and hot outside, so I'm thinking Christmas already, right? As soon as it gets hot, I start pointing back toward Christmas. Got our first check-in from Mitch Olivier and his lovely wife with St. Landry Crawfish. Made a nice donation to help kick off our fundraising year for the CP Clinic for Breakfast with Santa Claus.
I don't think I've told you, but I'm not going to name the names, but there's a person that's working to give us a substantial donation with some funding that took place, and hopefully we'll get a nice portion of that. Charles Goins called me, the president, and the person had talked to me 2 or 3 times, and they're wondering if I would put the uniform on, the Santa outfit on. I think we can handle that.
Everything, and bring the cameras and take the pictures.
You bet. We'll do that. So
Breakfast with Santa, P.O. Box 70. You see it on your screen. If you want to already start sending your donations in, maybe you got a little windfall. Maybe it's the end of your fiscal year and it's a good time for you. Maybe you're a crawfish farmer that says, you know, it's the end of the crawfish season. It's a good time while the money's fresh to make a nice little donation to help. We'd love it.
That's on June 22nd, which will be, what, Saturday? Attaway Darbone anniversaries, right. That's anniversaries, I'm sorry. Attaway Darbone died the 22nd of June in 2002, so that'll be, what, 11 years. And of course, my brother John passed away on June 22nd of 2012, so 1 year, Big Brother John, my parent. And had a call last week with Jody Gauthier, and he was reminding me of the Governor's Games boxing championships in Sunset, Louisiana, in the old rooster fighting pit. They've cleaned it up real nice. They held these Governor's Games amateur boxing
last year?
No, year before, and went somewhere else, but they had such a good turnout, and the teams, there'll be about 25 to 30 teams, and I think it's 3 states that qualifies to send boxers to these events. And of course, our little Jay Gauthier from Opelousas here will be one of the local fighters fighting for sure, and I've been in contact with Bo Williford, and I want to thank the Sheriff's Department for assisting. They're going to be sending and providing 2 deputies for the security system.
Wow, very good.
And so the Sheriff's office. And then he just made the front page of the Daily World with a...
He's kind of got that sonar where they look for things in the bayou. You know, you can't see, even if you send the divers, they can't see anywhere because it's so muddy, so much silt comes down the bayous and the rivers here. So they use this sonar, and they fabricated a boat.
4x6 boat.
To carry this tiny sonar on so they can go around and they can direct it from the bank, I think, with an iPad.
Yep. Can you imagine the techniques that are out there? And I think they maybe did this in conjunction with Louisiana State Police. I think they're going to maybe have the unit and be able to share it with other departments that need it from time to time. So Sheriff Guitros is just, you know...
Progressive, man.
Well, you know, he came up, he was a spokesman for state police for a number of years. So he had a lot of contacts that he made over the years, and he's aggressive. You said it earlier.
And a Guitro from the Port Barre area.
Oh, Lordy. Oh, now, how can you go wrong?
How about this?
So anyhow, thank you, Sheriff.
We're giving away some Blue Bayou Water Park tickets right now. It's a family 4-pack. We're going to give away some every Friday for the next 6 weeks. If you want to get some tickets to bring your kids to Blue Bayou Water Park over up near Baton Rouge, text the word Bayou to this number, 64636. The word Bayou to 64636, and you got a chance to win. And we got to take a break, TV break.
Okay, well, I'll get back to the boxing.
You're correct. And we'll come back right after these messages of 1 minute.